Hi guys, welcome to yet another session of 12 minutes to CLAT. Today we are going to discuss all the doubts and everything that you guys might have around taking mock tests, okay? Because mock tests we all know are very crucial in our preparation for CLAT, and I am going to answer all the questions that you guys generally have in your mind with respect to mock tests, and I'm going to give you certain very important piece of advice that will help you to do well in these mock tests and to understand as to how to do well in these mock tests and eventually in CLAT or any other law entrance exam for that matter. So the first and a very important thing, I think I've repeated this at least 100 times now, that under the new pattern, mock tests become more important than ever because the new pattern expects you to do a lot of practice with the kind of questions. Okay, so if you become accustomed to the kind of question that they generally ask, it becomes very easy for you to crack the paper because आपको एक idea हो जाता है कि क्या किस type के questions पूछे जाएंगे and how to approach those questions, right? So higher the number of mock tests you do, higher are the chances that you're going to do well in these law entrance exams. So what I've seen with a lot of students is that they feel that they have a lot to study. Okay, there's a lot to study, there is a lot to cover. So they keep preparing and leave mock tests for the end. Now this creates a lot of problem because if you do not practice along with the preparation, because preparation may at no point of time you will feel that this is enough, now we can start with our mock test. Okay, so if you have this approach that we should prepare first and then do the mock test, that is a slightly wrong approach. Okay, so you can obviously prepare more and give less time to mock tests, but it's very important to keep them in practice. Okay, it's absolutely important to keep practicing along with preparing. और बहुत लोग ऐसा करते भी हैं, राइट? अ लॉट ऑफ यू एक्चुअली प्रिपेयर एंड प्रैक्टिस टुगेदर. उसमें एक मेजर प्रॉब्लम है व्हेन अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल डिस्पाइट फॉलोइंग दिस स्ट्रैटेजी आर नॉट एबल टू डू वेल बिकॉज यू डू नॉट एनालाइज योर मॉक टेस्ट प्रॉपरली एंड सेकेंडली इन टाइम, राइट? अगर मैं कोई आज एक मॉक टेस्ट दे रहा हूं एंड आई एनालाइज इट आफ्टर से 2 or 3 days or 7 days for that matter, then it doesn't make sense because the thinking that I had in mind while solving that paper, while solving that test, I'll forget everything within 2-3 days. So it's very important that when you do a mock test, after that test you can take maybe an hour or two, but analyze that mock test on the very same day. Okay, because it's very important to retain everything that you were thinking at the time of doing the test, and it becomes very easy to avoid those mistakes when you do these tests later. Another problem that a lot of you actually have is how to approach the paper or how to attempt the paper, right? कि हमें कितने questions करने चाहिए ideally and what should be the pattern of solving the paper, which section should we do first, and these are certain questions, कितना time देना चाहिए हमें, right? So these are certain questions that actually haunt all our minds और हम इसको answers ढूंढने में बहुत problem हो जाती है हमें इसकी. Now the thing is, believe me that there is no standard way of doing the paper. Okay, there are a lot of students who are comfortable with a particular section और वो उनको अपने कंफर्ट जोन के हिसाब से करना चाहते हैं, राइट? सो देयर आर 5 सेक्शंस एंड वी आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल विद ऑल दी सेक्शंस ऑब्वियसली, राइट? सो अगर आपको कोई बताए कि एक पर्टिकुलर अप्रोच से आप कर सकते हो, देन यू कैन टेक दैट अप्रोच, बट डू नॉट कंसिडर इट कि यही एक अप्रोच है. यू कैन ट्राई इट इन योर मॉक टेस्ट. मॉक टेस्ट में जितनी गलती कर लोगे ना, सारी गलती मॉक टेस्ट में कर लो, सो दैट यू डू नॉट मेक दोज मिस्टेक्स अगेन इन द लास्ट पेपर, राइट? इन द एग्जाम, इन द एक्चुअल एग्जाम. So it's very important to understand कि आपकी strategy क्या है. 50%, I can bet on this कि more than 50% of your stress of exam will go away if you find the right way of solving the paper or the right pattern of solving it. ठीक है, अगर आपको एक pattern suit हो जाता है and you do the mock test in that pattern and you're doing decently when you're in mock test, बहुत ज़्यादा stress कम हो जाते हैं at the end of the exam. बट वो पैटर्न कब सॉर्ट आउट हो पाएगा? व्हेन यू डू लॉट ऑफ मॉक टेस्ट विद डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ पैटर्न. ठीक है, आप बहुत कुछ ट्राई करते हो बट एक कुछ ऐसी चीज होती है जो क्लिक हो जाती है बाय चांस. ठीक है, एंड यू हैव टू फाइंड योर ओन वे ऑफ डूइंग दैट पेपर विच इज इन योर ओन कंफर्ट जोन. ठीक है, कोई भी आपको बोलेगा तो उससे आपके कंफर्ट जोन में आप नहीं आ पाओगे. Something that I would like to give you an advice here is, so with respect to solving the paper, I used to follow a particular strategy and that was it, that I used to make sets of 2 sections. सेट बनाने का ये मतलब होता है कि मान लो आई एम मोर कंफर्टेबल इन डूइंग करंट अफेयर्स बिकॉज करंट अफेयर्स ऑब्वियसली टेक लेसर टाइम इफ नथिंग एल्स, राइट? सो यू कैन actually couple current affairs with say reading comprehension, क्योंकि reading comprehension में you have a lot to read. So if you do current affairs with reading comprehension, it becomes slightly easier for you. So what I used to do is, so for example, say there are 5 or 6 passages. I will do 3 passages at a time, move to current affairs, complete that section because that is obviously not going to take a lot of time, and then come back to English comprehension and do the rest of it. How does it help me? Is it helps me फ्रॉम नॉट फ्रीजिंग माई माइंड. ठीक है, अगर मैं एक ही चीज को बहुत देर तक करता रहूंगा ना तो मुझे उसमें बहुत ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा. एंड टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑल द क्लैट एस्पिरेंट्स एंड एवरीबडी हु इज राइटिंग दिस पेपर, राइट? सो यू हैव टू मैनेज योर टाइम इन अ वे wherein you are able to couple them properly. और आप कोई भी 2 sections couple कर सकते हो. ठीक है, there are 5 sections, you can couple 2 और लास्ट में एक सेक्शन छोड़ सकते हो. जनरली सिंस मैथ्स हैज द लोएस्ट वेटेज, हम वो एंड के लिए छोड़ते हैं. अ लॉट ऑफ अस डू दैट, बट अगर आपको लगता है कि दैट इज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग जोन, देन यू कैन फिट इन समवेयर बिटवीन दिस ऑल्सो, राइट? सो दैट इज समथिंग दैट यू कैन फॉलो. यू कैन ट्राई इट इन योर मॉक टेस्ट अगेन. ठीक है, जैसे मैंने कहा कि एक पर्टिकुलर एडवाइस पर मैं नहीं चलना है, यू हैव टू ट्राई इट आउट. ठीक है, नोबडी कैन स्पून फीड यू दीज थिंग्स. यू हैव टू ट्राई इट आउट एंड अंडरस्टैंड as to what is working for you. Okay, now a natural question that a lot of you might have is, how many mock tests should you do before CLAT or before writing this exam, right? See, there is no maximum number obviously, because you can write as many as you want, but generally what the strategy is that while you are preparing, say for 8 months, 12 months, 10 months, jitna bhi aap prepare kar rahe ho, 6 months for that matter, you can do one mock test every week and analyze it. Okay, so you can actually assign a particular day, that on this particular day all you do is write a mock test very properly. You time yourself for 2 hours and write it properly and then analyze it. Okay, and try and understand, make a separate notebook where you just analyze your mock tests. Uske alawa, when the exam nears or when exams closes in, what you can do is, in the last 2.5 months, do 5 mock tests in every 15 days. Okay, that is doing 1 mock test in every 3 days. So what happens is, when you make mistakes, you get those 2 extra days to analyze and to understand as to what mistakes you made and to avoid those mistakes when you write the next mock test. Okay, so इसमें काफी ज्यादा practice हो जाएगी आपकी and you will be good to go. So that's it about the session from my side. And if there's any other doubt that you guys might have with respect to mock tests and so on, you can mention in the comment box. I'll try to answer most of the answers. And other than that, I invite everybody who is watching this video can answer people in the comment box so that they understand. Okay, so when we share a lot of our thoughts and share what we feel about the preparation, it makes a lot of difference. Okay, because you guys are doing the same thing, then it makes more sense for you guys to share your preparation tips and so on. Okay, that is going to help each other, and it's actually going to enhance your knowledge about the strategy and how to approach the paper and the exam. Okay, so that's it from my side. If you like our sessions, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any updates from us. Keep liking us and keep following us, and more importantly, keep smiling. Thank you.